Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coins History Coins VC. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare and historical coins, uncovering hidden value, unique mint marks, and the stories behind some of the most iconic coins in history. From classic wheat pennies to rare mint errors, you never know which coin in your pocket could be worth big money. Top 1. The United States of America wheat penny from 1950 with the D mint mark is a fascinating and historically rich coin that captures a unique moment in mid-20th century American life. Minted in Denver, Colorado, as indicated by the small d beneath the date on the obverse. This coin is part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series that was produced from 1909 to 1958. The 1950 D wheat penny continues the long-standing tradition of honoring President Abraham Lincoln, whose profile appears on the front of the coin, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VB can be found subtly on the lower part of Lincoln's shoulder, although they are much smaller than in the original 1909 version. The obverse features the word Liberty to the left of Lincoln, the motto, "In God We Trust," above his head, and the date, 1950, along with the D mint mark to the right. The reverse side of the coin displays the iconic wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity and agriculture, framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, at the top. In terms of composition, the 1950 D wheat penny is made primarily of copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This composition gives the coin its classic reddish-brown color when in uncirculated condition, although over time and with circulation, many coins develop brown or darkened tones due to oxidation. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, which was standard for pennies of that era. The Denver Mint produced a large number of these coins in 1950, with a mintage exceeding 334 million pieces. Because of this high production, the 1950 D wheat penny is generally considered common, especially in circulated or fine condition. A coin described as being in fine condition typically shows moderate wear but retains clear details. In the case of a 1950 D wheat penny, Lincoln's portrait would still be visible, though some of the finer features like hair strands and coat details may be worn smooth. The wheat ears on the reverse would still be outlined, but may lack sharp definition in the grains. The lettering and date remain readable, which is important for collectors. While not rare in this condition, the coin still holds value as part of a historical collection and is appreciated for its age and design. The value of a 1950 D wheat penny in fine condition is generally modest, often ranging from a few cents to perhaps around 10 cents to 30 cents USD depending on the market and exact quality. However, coins in higher grades such as extremely fine EF or mint state MS can command higher prices, especially if they exhibit original red luster and minimal wear. Collectors often seek out uncirculated examples with strong strike quality and vibrant color, which can increase the coin's desirability and value significantly. Historically, the year 1950 was a period of post-World War II growth and economic expansion in the United States. Coins like the 1950 D wheat penny circulated widely during this time, passing through the hands of millions of Americans in daily transactions. They were used in everything from buying candy and newspapers to paying for small services, making them a tangible link to everyday life in mid-century America. The continued use of the wheat design until 1958 also reflects a sense of continuity and tradition in U.S. coinage before the introduction of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959. For collectors, the 1950 D wheat penny is often included in complete sets of Lincoln cents, which are popular among numismatists due to their long production run and historical significance. While it may not be a key date or rare variety, it serves as an important piece in understanding the broader series. Some collectors also search for error coins from this year, such as double dies or off-center strikes, which can be much more valuable than standard issues. Proper care and storage are essential for maintaining the condition of a 1950 D wheat penny. Keeping the coin in a dry, stable environment, preferably in a protective holder or album, can help prevent further oxidation and damage. Cleaning coins is generally discouraged, as it can reduce their value by removing the natural patina that collectors appreciate. Next, top 2. The United States of America wheat penny from 1953 with the D mint mark is a classic example of American coinage and an important piece within the long-running Lincoln cent series. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin represents a period of economic stability and growth in post-World War II America. The D Mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse side, signifies its origin in Denver, one of the primary U.S. mint facilities responsible for producing circulating coinage for the western United States. The 1953 D Wheat Penny continues the iconic design first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The obverse of the 1953 D Wheat Penny features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word Liberty is inscribed to the left of his profile. On the right side, the date 1953 is displayed along with the small but significant D Mint mark. Brenner's initials, VB, can be found at the base of Lincoln's shoulder, subtly incorporated into the design. This portrait was revolutionary at the time of its introduction, as it marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a regular-issue U.S. coin, setting a precedent for future American currency. The reverse of the coin showcases the famous wheat ears design, which gives the coin its nickname Wheat Penny. Two stylized stalks of wheat frame the central inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America. At the top of the reverse is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one. This design symbolizes America's agricultural strength and unity, reflecting the nation's roots and values. During the wheat reverse remained in use until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. In terms of composition, the 1953 D Wheat Penny is made of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc. This composition was standard for U.S. pennies during that era, except for a brief change during World War II, when steel cents were produced in 1943 due to copper shortages. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, maintaining consistency with other Lincoln cents of the time. When newly minted, these coins displayed a bright reddish color, often referred to as red by collectors. However, over time, exposure to air and handling typically causes the surface to oxidize, resulting in red-brown or brown tones. The mintage of the 1953 D Wheat Penny was quite substantial, with over 700 million coins produced at the Denver Mint. This high production number means that the coin is relatively common, especially in circulated grades. A coin described as being in fine condition generally shows moderate wear due to circulation but still retains clear and readable details. In such a condition, Lincoln's portrait will show some flattening, particularly in the hair and cheek areas, while the wheat ears on the reverse may have worn grains but remain distinct. The lettering, date, and mint mark should all be clearly visible, which is essential for identification and collector interest. From a value perspective, the 1953 D Wheat Penny in fine condition is considered affordable and accessible. Its value typically ranges from a few cents to perhaps around 10 cents to 30 cents USD, depending on its exact condition and market demand. Coins in higher grades, especially those classified as extremely fine EF or mint state MS, can command higher prices, particularly if they retain their original red luster. Additionally, collectors may look for rarer varieties, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, which can significantly increase the coin's value beyond that of standard issues. The historical context of the 1953 D Wheat Penny adds to its appeal. During the early 1950s, the United States was experiencing economic prosperity, technological advancement, and cultural change. Coins like this one were used in daily transactions, from buying groceries to paying for public transportation. They passed through countless hands, serving as a small but essential part of everyday life. Today, these coins act as tangible connections to that era, offering collectors and historians a glimpse into the past. For numismatists, the 1953 D Wheat Penny is often included in complete Lincoln cent collections. While it is not considered a rare or key date, it plays an important role in completing the series and understanding the evolution of U.S. coinage. Collectors often appreciate the coin not only for its design, but also for its historical significance and the stories it carries. Proper preservation is crucial for maintaining the condition and value of a 1953 D Wheat Penny. It is recommended to store the coin in a dry, controlled environment, such as a coin holder, album, or protective case. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can damage its surface and reduce its value. Natural aging and patina are often preferred by collectors, as they add character and authenticity to the coin next top 3. The United States of America Wheat Penny from 1955 with no mint mark is one of the most interesting and widely discussed coins in the Lincoln Cent series, especially among collectors and numismatists. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on its coins during that era. The absence of a mint mark beneath the date, 1955, indicates its origin in Philadelphia, the oldest mint facility in the United States. As part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, this coin continues the long-standing tribute to Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait has appeared on the obverse of the cent since 1909. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it remains one of the most iconic images in American coinage history. On the obverse side of the 1955 Wheat Penny, Abraham Lincoln is shown in a right-facing profile. Above his head is the inscription, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty appears to the left. The date, 1955, is positioned to the right of Lincoln's portrait. Since this coin has no mint mark, there is no letter beneath the date, distinguishing it from coins struck at the Denver or San Francisco mints. Brenner's initials VB can be found at the base of Lincoln's shoulder, subtly incorporated into the design. This portrait was groundbreaking when first introduced, as it marked the first time a real person, rather than a symbolic figure, was depicted on a circulating U.S. coin. The reverse side of the coin features the classic wheat ears design, which gives the coin its nickname Wheat Penny. 2 wheat stalks curve along the left and right edges, framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. At the top is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. This design symbolizes agricultural prosperity and national unity, reflecting the values of the United States during the early and mid-20th century. The wheat design was used from 1909 until it was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. In terms of composition, the 1955 Wheat Penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a weight of approximately 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. When freshly minted, these coins displayed a bright reddish color, often referred to as red by collectors. Over time, however, exposure to air, moisture, and handling causes the copper to oxidize, resulting in red-brown or brown surfaces. A coin in fine condition typically shows moderate wear from circulation, with some flattening of Lincoln's hair and facial details, as well as wear on the wheat stalks on the reverse. Despite this wear, all major details, including the date and inscriptions, remain clear and readable. The total mintage of 1955 Wheat Pennies from the Philadelphia Mint exceeded 330 million coins, making it a relatively common issue in circulated grades. However, what makes the year 1955 particularly famous is the existence of the rare and highly valuable 1955 doubled die variety. This era coin shows a dramatic doubling of the date and lettering on the obverse, making it one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. numismatics. It is important to note that a standard 1955 Wheat Penny with no mint mark in fine condition does not exhibit this doubling and is therefore much more common and less valuable. In terms of value, a 1955 Wheat Penny with no mint mark in fine condition is generally worth a modest amount, typically ranging from about 5 cents to 25 cents USD, depending on its exact condition and market demand. Coins in higher grades, especially those with strong detail and original red color, can command higher prices. Uncirculated examples or coins graded as mint state may be worth several dollars or more. However, if a coin happens to be the double die variety, its value can increase dramatically, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on its condition. The historical context of the 1955 Wheat Penny adds to its charm and significance. During the mid-1950s, the United States was experiencing economic growth, suburban expansion, and cultural change. Coins like this penny were widely used in everyday transactions, from buying groceries and newspapers to paying for small services. They circulated through the hands of millions of Americans, making them a tangible link to daily life in that era. Today, these coins serve as small historical artifacts that reflect the economic and social conditions of their time. For collectors, the 1955 Wheat Penny with no mint mark is an essential part of a complete Lincoln Cent collection. While it is not rare in its standard form, it holds a special place in numismatics due to the famous doubled die error associated with the same year. Many collectors carefully examine their 1955 pennies in hopes of discovering this valuable variety. Even in fine condition, the coin is appreciated for its historical value, classic design, and connection to American heritage. Proper care and storage are important for preserving the condition of a 1955 wheat penny. It is best to store the coin in a protective holder or album, away from moisture and extreme temperatures. Cleaning the coin is not recommended, as it can damage the surface and reduce its value. Collectors generally prefer coins with natural wear and patina, as these features add authenticity and character next top 4. The United States of America wheat penny from 1956 with no mint mark is a classic and historically meaningful coin that belongs to the long-running Lincoln wheat cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. This particular coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark beneath the date. During this period, coins struck in Philadelphia typically did not carry a mint mark, making the no mint mark feature an important identifier for collectors. The coin continues the enduring tribute to Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears on the obverse, symbolizing leadership, unity, and the historical legacy of the United States. The obverse design of the 1956 wheat penny features a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, created by the talented sculptor and engraver Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is inscribed to the left side of the coin. On the right side, the date, 1956, is clearly visible. Since this coin has no mint mark, there is no letter beneath the date, confirming its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. Brenner's initials VB can be found at the lower edge of Lincoln's shoulder, a subtle but important detail that ties the coin to its designer. This portrait was groundbreaking when first introduced in 1909, as it marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on a circulating U.S. coin, replacing the traditional symbolic figures used in earlier designs. The reverse of the coin showcases the iconic wheat ears design, which gives the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. Two wheat stalks curve along the left and right edges of the reverse, framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. At the top of the coin is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, reflecting the unity of the states. This design represents agricultural abundance and the foundational strength of the nation, themes that were especially relevant during the early and mid-20th century. The wheat reverse remained in use until 1958, just a few years after this coin was minted, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. In terms of composition, the 1956 wheat penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a weight of approximately 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. This copper composition gives the coin its distinctive reddish appearance when new, often referred to as red by collectors. Over time, due to exposure to air, moisture, and handling, the coin's surface typically oxidizes, resulting in red-brown or brown coloration. A coin described as being in fine condition generally shows moderate wear from circulation. In this grade, Lincoln's portrait remains clear, although finer details such as hair strands and cheek contours may appear worn. On the reverse, the wheat ears are still visible but may lack sharpness in the grain lines. The inscriptions and date remain fully legible, which is essential for both identification and collector interest. The mintage of the 1956 wheat penny from the Philadelphia Mint was very high, with over 420 million coins produced. This large production number means that the coin is quite common, especially in circulated conditions like fine grade. Because of its abundance, the coin does not carry significant monetary value in lower grades. Typically, a 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark in fine condition is worth only a small premium above its face value, usually ranging from about 3 cents to 15 cents USD depending on the market and the coin's exact condition. However, coins in higher grades, particularly those with minimal wear and original red luster, can be worth more. Uncirculated examples, or coins graded as mint state, may fetch several dollars or higher prices among collectors. Although the 1956 wheat penny is not considered a rare or key date, it still holds an important place in the Lincoln cent series. Collectors often include it in complete sets of wheat pennies, which are popular due to their historical continuity and classic design. Some collectors also search for error varieties from this year, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting anomalies. While such errors are relatively uncommon, they can significantly increase the value of an otherwise ordinary coin. The historical context of the 1956 wheat penny adds depth to its significance. During the mid-1950s, the United States was experiencing economic prosperity, industrial growth, and cultural transformation. Coins like this penny were widely used in everyday transactions, from purchasing small goods to making change in stores. They circulated extensively, passing through countless hands and becoming a part of daily life. Today, these coins serve as tangible reminders of that era, offering collectors a direct connection to the past. Proper care and storage are essential for preserving the condition of a 1956 wheat penny. Collectors are advised to store their coins in protective holders, albums, or cases that prevent exposure to moisture and air. Cleaning the coin is generally discouraged, as it can damage the surface and reduce its value. Natural toning and patina are often preferred, as they reflect the coin's authenticity and history.